Paul Gascoigne, better known as Gazza, is one of the most gifted and unpredictable footballers England has ever produced. Born on May 27, 1967, in the working-class town of Gateshead in northeast England, Gascoigne grew up in a close family during a difficult period of economic struggle. From an early age, football became both his escape and his passion. He spent hours playing in the streets and quickly developed a natural talent that stood out from everyone around him. As a teenager, Gascoigne joined the youth system at Newcastle United, the club he supported as a boy. He made his professional debut in 1985 and soon became known for his creativity, fearless dribbling, and ability to control games from midfield. Fans loved not only his skill but also his humor and personality. He played with freedom and emotion, making him different from many players of his era. By 1988, Gascoigne's performances had attracted attention across England, and he signed for Tottenham Hotspur for a record fee for a British midfielder at the time. At Tottenham, Gazza became a national superstar. He helped the club win the FA Cup in 1991 and scored some unforgettable goals, including a famous long-range free kick against Arsenal in the FA Cup semi-final. However, during the final itself, Gascoigne suffered a serious knee injury after making a reckless challenge early in the match. The injury would affect his career for years. Despite the setback, Gascoigne's greatest rise to fame came with the England national team. Managed by Bobby Robson, England reached the semi-finals of the 1990 FIFA World Cup in Italy. Gascoigne's emotional reaction after receiving a yellow card against West Germany became one of the most iconic moments in English football history. Knowing the booking would suspend him from the final if England progressed, he burst into tears on the pitch. Millions of fans connected with his emotion, and Gazza became a symbol of passion, vulnerability, and national pride. After the World Cup, Gascoigne moved to Italy to play for Lazio in Serie A, then considered the toughest football league in the world. His time in Italy showed flashes of brilliance, but injuries and fitness problems made it difficult for him to consistently perform at his best. Even so, his popularity remained huge both in England and abroad. In 1995, Gascoigne returned to Britain to join Rangers Football Club in Scotland. This period marked one of the happiest and most successful chapters of his career. He helped Rangers win several league titles and was named Scottish Football Writers' Player of the Year in 1996. One of his most famous moments came when he scored and celebrated against Celtic after a week of intense media attention, showing once again how he thrived under pressure. Gascoigne also played a major role for England at UEFA Euro 1996, a tournament held in England. During a match against Scotland, he scored one of the greatest goals in European Championship history by flicking the ball over a defender before volleying it into the net. His celebration, lying on the pitch while teammates sprayed water into his mouth, became another iconic image of the decade. England reached the semi-finals again, and Gazza was at the heart of the team's success. Although his football talent was extraordinary, Gascoigne's personal life became increasingly troubled. He struggled with alcohol addiction, mental health issues, and the pressure of fame. Injuries also reduced his ability on the pitch. In the later years of his career, he played for clubs including Middlesbrough FC, Everton Football Club, and clubs in China and the United States, but he was no longer the same player who had dazzled crowds in the 1990s. Away from football, Gascoigne became one of the most recognizable celebrities in Britain during the 1990s. His humor, honesty, and unpredictable personality made him popular far beyond football fans. He regularly appeared on television shows, in newspaper headlines, and in advertising campaigns. Unlike many athletes who carefully controlled their image, Gazza seemed completely natural and unfiltered. People felt they were seeing the real person, which made him relatable and memorable. However, fame also brought intense pressure. Gascoigne often struggled with the attention that surrounded him, and he found it difficult to cope with life outside football. Teammates and coaches frequently spoke about his emotional nature and the way he relied on football as an outlet. As injuries increased and his playing career began to slow down, these personal struggles became more serious. Even during difficult periods, Gascoigne's love for the game never disappeared. Former players often described him as one of the most naturally talented footballers they had ever seen. Coaches praised his balance, vision, passing ability, and confidence on the ball. He could create chances from nothing and had an instinctive understanding of the game that could not easily be taught. Many football experts believe that, without injuries and personal difficulties, he could have achieved even greater success at club and international level. Gazza also had a unique connection with supporters. Fans admired him not only because of his ability, but because he showed genuine emotion. In an era when many athletes were expected to appear tough and controlled, Gascoigne openly laughed, cried, celebrated wildly, and sometimes made mistakes in public. This honesty helped supporters connect with him on a personal level. To many people, he represented the passion and unpredictability that make football exciting. Throughout his life, Gascoigne has continued to receive support from the football community. Former teammates, managers, and fans have repeatedly spoken about the importance of protecting his legacy and recognizing his achievements on the pitch. Documentaries, interviews, and television specials about his life have introduced his story to younger generations who never saw him play live. Today, Paul Gascoigne is remembered as one of England's greatest ever midfielders and one of football's most fascinating personalities. His career included moments of brilliance, heartbreak, triumph, and struggle, making his story far more than a simple sporting success. For many fans, Gazza represents the idea that football is not only about winning trophies, but also about emotion, creativity, and unforgettable moments that stay with people forever. Make sure to like, comment, and subscribe to True Footballing Icons.